Football isn't just a game of 90 minutes. It isn't only about the goals, the tackles, or the roar of the fans. Sometimes it's about vision, plans, systems, blueprints, and sometimes those blueprints are ignored. Welcome back to another deep dive. Today, we're exploring the story of one of the game's most enigmatic tactical visions. How a clear plan brought instant success to one of England's biggest clubs, and why ignoring it changed the trajectory of a decade. This is the story of Antonio Conte's Chelsea blueprint, and how the club's choices after him shaped a rollercoaster decade. When Todd Boehly and the consortium took over Chelsea in 2022, they brought new ambition, new funds, and a desire to leave their mark immediately. But with new ownership came a new approach to recruitment. Rather than prioritizing system-fit players who could continue Conte's or Tuchel's philosophies, Chelsea began signing high-profile talent based on market value, star power, or potential resale, rather than tactical alignment. This created tension. Managers inherited squads half-built for the system they wanted to play. Some key players didn't fit pressing schemes, some lacked defensive discipline. For example, under Boehly's regime, Chelsea would frequently sign multiple big names each window, sometimes 5 to 8 new players at once, while offloading established players that had been core to prior systems. The result? Managers like Potter, Pochettino, and Maresca were constantly adapting tactics to the squad, rather than building the squad around a blueprint. In short, Chelsea's recruitment strategy, heavily influenced by ownership preference for instant impact and star signings, meant blueprints were perennially undermined. Trophies were possible, but long-term identity was compromised. When Antonio Conte arrived at Chelsea in 2016, no one questioned his tactical pedigree. He was known for discipline, organization, and a clear way of playing football that demanded cohesion and focus. Conte didn't just want tactics. He wanted structure, identity, a unified way of playing from the back, all the way to the opposition goal. His idea was simple: defensive solidity, pressing in numbers, and a flexible formation that outnumbered opponents in midfield. In his first season, the result was immediate. Chelsea lifted the Premier League trophy, dramatic, disciplined, and direct. Every player seemed to know their role. Every match had clarity. Conte's blueprint looked like a masterstroke. But beneath the surface, not everything lined up, because a blueprint only works if everyone follows it. Conte had clear demands: players who fit the system, support from the board in the transfer market, and patience as the club evolved. And while the trophies came early, some of those demands were quietly ignored. Transfers were made. Players didn't always fit the system he envisioned, and internal tension began to grow. With the structure partially in place but the long-term backing missing, cracks began to show. In his second season, results weren't as stable. Injuries mounted, inconsistencies appeared, and the same blueprint that brought a league title started to feel like it was being undermined. Eventually, Conte and the club parted ways in 2018, a decision felt by many as premature given his success, but a sign of how fragile tactical plans can be without unified support. Conte's departure marked the start of a period of managerial challenge and tactical experimentation at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea's next manager was Maurizio Sarri, a coach with his own philosophy known as Sarri ball. Unlike Conte's structured discipline, Sarri emphasized possession, quick passing, and controlling the game through footballing rhythm. It brought its own moments, including a Europa League trophy, but the system didn't achieve consistent success in the Premier League, and tactical friction grew. After Sarri came Frank Lampard in 2019, a club legend, yes, but his managerial stint was marked by uneven results and inconsistency, as the team struggled for identity and cohesion under intense pressure. Next up was Thomas Tuchel, another manager with strong tactical ideas. He brought defensive solidity, sharp game plans, and European experience. Under Tuchel, Chelsea won the Champions League, a remarkable achievement that many saw as vindication of tactical intelligence at the club. Yet, even that success didn't lead to long-term stability. Despite continental glory, the blueprint, consistent application of strategy in the long term, was still missing. In the years that followed, Chelsea continued to see managerial change. Graham Potter arrived in 2022 with a possession and structure focus, but results fluctuated tactical cohesion was elusive, and his tenure was relatively brief. Then came Mauricio Pochettino in 2023, tasked with steadying performance and building a more unified culture. In his short spell, he helped Chelsea climb the table and secure European qualification, showing improvement but not the long-term transformation many hoped for. After Pochettino, the club appointed Enzo Maresca, who brought fresh ideas and early success, including trophies like the UEFA Conference League and the Club World Cup. But even these achievements couldn't solve deeper tactical issues and internal alignment challenges that led to Enzo Maresca's departure in early 2026. And in January of that year, Chelsea made their latest managerial decision, appointing Liam Rosenior as the new head coach on a long-term contract through 2032. Rosenior arrives with promise, a tactician shaped by experience in England and France, a coach praised for developing players and bringing unity to squads, yet also the symbol of how far Chelsea has moved from a single, long-term blueprint. As Rosenior prepares to lead Chelsea, the club's story over the past decade reads like this: rapid managerial change, brief tactical successes, moments of brilliance, and the persistent question of identity. Because behind every change, every system, every manager, the ghost of Conte's blueprint remains. Not because it was perfect, but because it was clear, precise, and, at least for a moment, successful. But clarity alone isn't enough. Football requires alignment, from ownership to coaching to recruitment to players. When any part of that chain is weak, the blueprint, no matter how good, becomes optional. Chelsea's decade since Conte has shown that trophies matter, but so does consistency. A plan is more than a system. It is a story, a culture, a direction. And when that blueprint is ignored, when the club's structure changes midstream, when managers come and go, the roller coaster continues. So when we look at Chelsea's recent history, we see a club with enormous talent, world-class players, and flashes of tactical genius. But we also see the cost of short-term thinking and a fractured strategic vision. This isn't a story of failure. It's a lesson, a reminder that in football, as in life, success without alignment is fragile, and clarity ignored may still echo for years. Thanks for watching. If this deep dive helped you understand Chelsea's last decade better, let me know in the comments which manager you think had the clearest blueprint. And subscribe for more calm, thoughtful football storytelling that breaks down not just what happened, but why it mattered.